Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm McKola outside Old Trafford, where Manchester United have been beaten and knocked out of the Champions League by Sevilla. After a 0-0 draw in the first leg, Manchester United fans came here after a good week or two of results, feeling very, very confident. The task was simple: beat Sevilla, we're into the last eight. From the moment the game kicked off though, we could feel that it wasn't going to be our day today. The performance was poor. The selection was poor. The team selection, I've got to say, was awful. The midfield, Matic and Fellaini. Fellaini in that first half particularly was the game just flew him by. It just passed him by. He didn't make an impact on the game. He wasn't good enough. He was an invisible player in that midfield. He wasn't good enough. One thing as well I don't get about Fellaini: he hasn't signed a contract which was offered to him last year, October, November. He still hasn't signed that contract. He's probably going to leave in the summer, but we want to play him in our biggest game of the season so far, having just come back from injury. It don't make sense to me. We had Pogba on the bench, Mata on the bench, McTominay on the bench. Why are we playing Fellaini? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And that's why I've got to say today, the manager has to take the blame for the result and for the performance of the team. Because after 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, when you think, this performance isn't great, this performance needs to change, we need something to get us going, the manager should have made a change. He didn't. Half-time comes and goes, no change. The second half, we start off, we're a little bit better, a little bit more attacking, but it's not quite got that thrust. And I was sitting in the stands feeling like, Sevilla need to score in this first half to get us going. And they didn't score in that first half, and we didn't change the way we were playing. The second half comes, and their goal comes too late for us to make a difference, to make a change. Jose Mourinho didn't change it today. He was standing on the sidelines watching the game passing by, just like Fellaini was in midfield. And then we make the change. Pogba comes on for the last 20 minutes. He's not at the races, but nevertheless, he should have been starting ahead of Fellaini. Same with McTominay. I just can't get my head around the team selection here today. It was quite baffling. And then you look at the changes that were made. I thought Lingard and Rashford were one of the only two of the players, and Lukaku trying to make things happen. And we take off Lingard. Alexis Sanchez was on the pitch, and he wasn't doing anything. He hasn't been doing anything for a while. And that's not me saying, look, Alexis Sanchez isn't great, get rid of him, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, hold him to the same standards that you hold everybody else by. When he's not playing well enough, take him out. And we don't. We had too many passengers in that team today. Too many passengers in that team today. And, it's frustrating. I go from back to front. I'm looking at Smalling. I'm looking at Young. I'm looking at the midfield. I'm not feeling infused. I'm not feeling excited by that. And the fans today, we weren't great as a whole. I'll be honest with you. We weren't great inside Old Trafford today. But I feel like whilst Manchester United fans have a duty to get behind the team and get those players going, the players have a duty, the manager has a duty to get us going as well. And the performance was too lacklustre to do that. And the only time we got going was in the last 10 minutes after Romelu Lukaku. I felt so sorry for Romelu Lukaku today and David De Gea. So sorry for those two players, because those were the only two that put in a shift today. Those were the only two that performed today. And Manchester United, Jose Mourinho in particular, has to have a long look at himself. I hope he would have learned something about some of these players today. But the thing is, we've seen a lot of these mistakes by these same players a number of times before, and somehow they're still survived and they're still here. Really frustrating. And having said all that, we still should be beating them. Look at them, they're buzzing. Buzzing, yeah?
I speak English a little bit. Very good luck for the future.
Thank you, you too. Cheers, man. Yeah, they're buzzing. They're off to the quarters. They'll probably get Roma or Shakhtar now, and we'll be like, shit, we should have got them and we would have been going through. But if we would have played like this against anyone in that last eight, we would have got absolutely battered. Only Jose is to blame though today, I gotta say. That's not me saying get him out or anything like that. Gotta stand by him, but he's to blame today. Fan cams are up. Get your comments in the comment section below. It's a bad day for United fans. Good day for these lot. See you later.